Hello, acid frog tubers, and welcome back, acid spitting tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Buck Rogers Countdown to Doomsday with me, BlueAnkylo. So, last episode we landed on Venus and started exploring. We found some acid frogs and some Venusian natives, lowlanders they're called, and one of their leaders, Leander, he joined us. And last episode, just for a point of reference, I want to apologize. My microphone was set to be way too sensitive. It's just an ongoing problem. I swear, it's 2017 and I still haven't really totally resolved it. But every now and then, Windows just auto-adjusts the volume of the microphone. And instead of a nice medium kind of recording level, it just maxes it to 100%. And then if I don't notice it ahead of time, then once I record the video, the mics, the recording sounds a little bit off. Anyway, so it might have been hard to hear the background music or anything last episode, but anyway, hopefully it works a bit better today. Hopefully the balance is there. So let's explore this village. We made it to a village, and all we know so far is that most of the villagers are dead already. So let's go look around and see what we can find. Oh good, a ram officer immediately is snoring with his feet on a desk. A keyring with at least 30 keys is sticking out of his pocket. What, he doesn't use like a key card or use his cell phone to open the locks or something? Well, I mean, we have a rogue. This is like what Alec was built to do, right? All right, Alec, pickpocket, go. Alec, you are the rogue. You're supposed to be able to do stuff like that, right? Don't you have some skills in pickpocket? You totally have 34 points in pickpockets. Oh, well, we tried. Alright, so what are we up against here? Mostly these the robots again, and then one ram warrior. Okay. So there's not much to take advantage of on the robots other than trying to get some good backstabs, so I'm not going to worry about too many advanced level strats here. I might try to take out the leader first. So seeing as Alec failed spectacularly in his stealing check, he stabs him for 2 damage. That's got to be like a minimum. You rolled a 1 on your thievery, and you rolled a 1 on your attack. Okay. Okay. Let's have the medic help out. Clearly the medic knows more about killing ram officers than our rogue. Right? Well, 6 damage is technically more than 2, yes. 8, also slightly more than 2. Alright, Pixel's got it covered. We're good. Now, I don't think these robots use grenades at least, so I don't think we need to worry about area of effect type damage. Just need to remember that we can't use rocket pistols on them, and we can't like stun them or anything, so getting the back attacks here will help speed this up a little bit. Otherwise, there's not a lot of strategy. We'll just try to go with back attacks for the most part, I think. I'm not sure exactly how many, like, extra, how much bonus accuracy you get out of that. Missing the backstab. Man, Alec just can't catch a break. But I feel like it's probably still worth it to get whatever bonus to hit you can get. Just saves a little bit of ammo. We'll just go like this. I mean, we hit him 6 out of 6. That's pretty good. Yeah, these robots, they got no chance. I'm actually gonna try to set up a backstab. Alright, Alec. You're gonna have to take a break. This is just not... Alec's really having a bad day. He spent too long in the acid lake, and he's lost all will to fight. Missing his backstabs, failing his thievery. Alright, we got some money, and we got some junk gear that we don't need. Just leave it. The huge keyring is lying on the floor next to the officer's body. Let's make sure someone other than Alec has to hold on to it, or else we'll just lose it somewhere. Alright, well, we got a keyring. That's probably good anyway. I thought that would be like a window. This is an acid frog stockade. Through the grate, you see at least a dozen of the jennies hopping in the yellow mud. The frogs have been maddened by the sounds of battle. Free the acid frogs! The acid frogs acknowledge you as friends and stampede around the team. In the distance, you hear howls of pain from hidden ram warriors as the frogs discover and attack them. Excellent! Release the frogs! Best part of Venus. Acid frogs. A supply shed! Okay, let's open the canvas bag. Oh. You are nauseated by what you find in the bag. You deduce that the bag is filled with acid frog food. Taste it? Let's pick it up though, because, you know, maybe we can use it to feed our pets. I don't know. Maybe we can set up another ambush trap thing for the ram forces. Alright, well, that was fun. You find the bodies of a slain lowlander family. As you turn to leave, a lowlander bursts out from behind an overturned desk. He shakily aims a laser rifle at the team. Who are you? We're friends. We're the ones that released the acid frogs. He lowers his gun. I'm glad you're here. I have some information that might help. He tells you about the lowlanders' dealings with Ram. Logbook 45. Okay. See if I remember how to do this. Good old gold box companion. Oh yeah, then I gotta turn this on for you guys. That's the journal. There you go. The lowlander looks ashamed. You should know that the lowlander's involvement with Ram... About the lowlander's involvement. Although it's not a story to be proud of, Ram wanted a giant lens built to very exacting specifications. It seemed like a small job, and they offered a tremendous payment. Ram paid us well, but more importantly, they promised to ensure lowlander superiority on Venus. They promised to prevent further terraforming of the lowlands that might allow other races to live there. This would have guaranteed that our monopoly of Gravitol would never be... Oh, they just wanted the money, man. They just wanted the gravy. We should have realized Ram was offering too much. We decided that their political stance was none of our affair, that our deal was a business proposition only. We were too greedy and we delved too deeply, and we have paid the price for our self-centeredness. I don't know why, but this morning, Ram warriors raided the village. I hid with a few others, but those caught outside had no chance. My family were some of these. We allowed Ram to build a scientific base south of the village. Maybe if you go there, you could get more information and kill them all. He's got to want at least a little bit of revenge, right? Now you must leave before you attract attention. Look, we're going to kill every Ram's agent we can find. I'm pretty sure you'll be safe once we're done here, honestly. Maybe having them drawn towards us would be better, honestly. Aw, sad music? It's not sad music time. These guys are fine. We're coming to save the day. Oh, the door to the storeroom has been trampled. Acid frogs ate the swamp hornets. I assume if we came here first, we would have been attacked by swamp hornets. Unfortunately, the supplies have been coated by acid slime. At least we get some credits. How many credits do we get? 1,000. That's not bad. Divide. Demo charges. Well, we'll take them. Unless that slows Ace down. The acid frogs stare at your bag of frog food and goggle their eyes hopefully. Sure, have some frog food. Cool. From now on, they'll be following us around. Hopping along after us. Okay, Ace can carry those grenades. He's good. So maybe if you'd fought the Hornets, you would have got actual gear instead of having the acid frog slime all over everything. And I probably would have preferred the gear to 1,000 credits. Assuming maybe there's like a Venusian monosword that's like +2 or +3 or something. I think Martian is +1 and Venusian is +2. Lunarian is +4, so there's got to be a +3 in there somewhere. I guess Mercurian. I don't remember. Mercurian or Venusian. One of them is +2, one of them is +3 for weapons and armor. And that's what I was hoping to get on Venus. And so far, not so lucky. The large hut appears to have been the center of government. You hear crying. Well, we'll go in here first. They like their tiny little rooms, don't they? There are 30 keys on the keyring, but eventually you find the right one. And you need a security code. Look, it's a wooden door. Don't we have, like, grenades and rockets and mono swords? I'm pretty sure we could just open the wood door. Alright, well, we'll have to come back with a security card. Alright, well, we said northeast, right? Lowlander corpses are sprawled all over, so there's probably going to be an ambush, right? Unless the frogs ate them. A ram hit team spots you and uses some fancy fire from cover. But the acid frogs come to our aid. Alright, so what do we got? We got ram assassins with laser rifles. Alright. Well, you want to play? You want to play, guys? Get chopped. Okay, they have chafe grenades, so that will stop smart weapons. Which is not what we're using anyway. Good shot. I think something's wrong with Alec. I think he's got, like, he's got a cold. I'm not sure he's hit a single attack today, honestly. Well, luckily, laser rifles aren't affected by chafe. Yeah, you can just quick it. The quick it. Oh, my acid frog took a lot of damage. Alright, so there you go. Like, Pixels trying to show Alec how it's done. Ooh, Ace took some damage. Alright, maybe a back attack? There we go. Backstab. 15 whole points of damage. Crazy, I know. You've never seen damage like it. Okay. More laser kicks. Everyone's favorite. Another backstab available, maybe? Nope. Oh no, my acid frog. Man, that needle gun is so good. If only we could get a Venusian needle gun. The goal would be to get Lunarian needle guns for everyone. That'd be crazy. Alright, we just did like 70 damage or so. That's pretty good. I'm still on the side of a Lunarian monosword backstab would probably be the max damage, but a Lunarian needle gun would be pretty good as well. And it's a little bit easier to set up than backstabs. Alright, everyone's fully healed up. We got some booty, which we should check out because it's the first time we've ever fought an assassin. Let's see. Is there anything worth taking? Oh yeah, chafe grenades, because I've never actually had those before. Alright. Now we can start using some tactics once we well, I can try to remember and use those in the future. Cool. Might be better to give them to someone with a grenade launcher, but I figure support grenade should go to the non-combat focused characters like Kiara, Ace, and maybe Fella, whereas Pixel and Oodaloop definitely should just have offensive weapons, offensive equipment 90% of the time. Yeah, we'll go with that for now. Let's make sure she's not overburdened. Got a few chaff grenades, chafe, I believe. So she's got the aerosol and the chafe, and you can kind of. Yeah, I think that's fair. We'll have Kiara kind of cover that. She's the medic anyway. She's kind of the support. All right. No, we're good. Okay. Good ambush, everybody. 2 lowlanders are preparing to sneak out of town. Alright, well, I was going to go to the northeast anyway because we heard some crying. Unless the crying was a trick and that was the trap. Wonder if he could have, like... I wonder if he could have come around from behind on the ambush. Probably not. But it looks like you might have been able to loop behind it. Oh no, a ram hit team! Oh look, our acid frogs have revitalized themselves. Okay, so they're kind of grouped up here. I think this is another good chance for our stun grenades to shine. Target manually. Now they all have laser rifles. I could also use an aerosol grenade here. I'll think about it. Four is pretty good. So they're trying to use chafe, but like this is gonna get really complicated on what weapon's gonna work. But like, what if I put an aerosol grenade over top of it? For science. I mostly just want to cover ourselves. Looks like the grenade overwrites the old grenade. So now, anyone I put in the grenade will be protected from laser, which is what all these guys use. Yeah. Means we can't use lasers. But I could like put someone on the edge of the cloud and target like that, and then most of them couldn't even shoot him, I think. Same thing with Fella here. Like, we can keep him quite safe back here and just have him pick off people around the edge of the cloud. Or, of course, you can just use your sword. Let's just get Alec inside the cloud. Oh, he's only got a laser pistol. Can still handle that. Yeah, he's got lots of movement. You can just put him over here. Alright, well. Alright, well, they're not doing much because, like, maybe they realize they can't shoot anybody without... I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. How would I know? Anyway, I feel like this... Like, we may not have needed the aerosol grenade, but I think it's doing its job. Now, they all have a chafe grenade protecting them, so we have to shoot that way with a rocket pistol. And I don't think you can shoot... Like, I don't think you need to be in the grenade's effect to avoid damage, but let's test. Yeah, once the projectile goes through the grenade, it's not going to work. Alright. So we need to just edge around the cloud. Not bad, actually. And then anyone with, like, needle guns can just... I guess, you know, the way to do it, probably, is just to give... Make sure you've got a good selection of chafe and aerosol grenades, and then just give everyone a needle gun, and go up close, or swords. And then the enemy won't even be able to hurt you, and you can just kill them all with needle weapons. And the stun grenades seem to be pretty good, too. Don't get me wrong. Oh, this guy just had a mono knife? That's silly. Alright, let's try one more stun grenade. I think we've stunned almost all of them now, so like... We've like overkilled it on the strategy layer this time. I really went all out for... Didn't need to, but... Like, the defense doesn't even matter when they're all stunned, right? Oops. I do still like relying on the swords just because they don't run out of ammunition. Except that you can't hit anything. Oops. Make sure we actually have a weapon equipped here. I think we'll want to go with lasers. I think we basically have to be honest. I'm also not sure how long these grenades last. Like, I still need to learn, are these going to last, like, 3 turns or just, like, infinite turns? It would be cool if they, like, dispersed quicker if you're outside and slower if you're inside kind of thing. Kind of represent wins a little bit. So, rockets are not going to work here. I do like how, like, in the newer games, even something like Baldur's Gate, it's a little bit easier to switch weapons on the fly. This old school inventory equipment management's a little bit... Oops, that's fine. It's a little bit fiddly. I think killing the combat Jenny first is still most important, but... They also seem to stay stunned for a very long time, so those stun grenades might be another key to victory when they work. I know I was just complaining about how they never work on enemies you want them to work on, but today it seems fine. Hopefully that music's not too loud for you guys. You let me know. I'll just finish this guy off. Why is Alec, like, unable to hit anything? Like, I'm not missing something. Like, he's... Oh, look! The grenades, they actually cleared. Still stunned, but... So the grenades must only last, like, 2 or 3 rounds. Which is fine. Okay, no injuries sustained. A little bit of experience. Almost level up time, which is always fun. Some booty. And I will be taking some more, chafe grenades. I still haven't found anywhere where we can buy them or anything, so I think it's probably worth it to have a good stockpile. In case this is like the only place you can get them in the game, which would be silly, but you never know. You never know. Alright, she's not slowed down yet. 20 is a pretty good number. And Ace, why don't you take a few more of these? Could have actually spammed some explosive grenades there, honestly. But the stun grenades seem way better when they work, honestly. If the enemy just can't even attack. Might as well be dead, right? Alright. Good fight, good night. Let me just check, like... What is going on with Alec? He's got a THAC0 of 16. Oh. Why is his THAC0 so much worse than everyone else's? Maybe rogues have a really bad THAC0 progression? So, like, even though they're all the same level, basically, is, like, I think your base THAC0 starts at 20, and then you get, like, reductions based on your dexterity or your strength. And he has pretty good, like, for a melee weapon, it'll be strength, and for a ranged weapon, it'll be dexterity. But 17 strength should still give him a couple negatives to his THAC0. But yeah, that'll be why he's missing everything. Competing with people with, like, 8 THAC0. I mean, the warriors get, obviously, their weapon specialization gives them another, like, -3 to THAC0, which is pretty great. Yeah. But yeah, even Kiara with 11. I guess it's because she's got, like, as a tinker, she has a ton of dexterity. And then her weapon has +1, so that's a little bit better as well. I guess it is just a basic monosword. It's not +1 or anything. I guess, Alec, we really shouldn't be using the sword much on you. Like, 13 THAC0 is a pretty significant upgrade over 16. I mean, that's 15% more accuracy, essentially. But, especially with enemies with relatively high or relatively low armor class. Like, if Alec tried to hit himself, he would miss, like, 90% of the time. So anyone with around 0 or small negative AC, he basically can't hit. So switching to the Martian ranged weapons at least gets it down low enough that he's got a chance. Like everybody else, basically. Alright, that's fine. I was hoping the rogue would turn into a cool backstabber, but it looks like maybe not really that great long term. Unless we can get a better sword that has more accuracy. A lowlander infant lies dead in its cradle. Aw, we were too slow. We didn't save the baby. The baby lizard, that is. The owner of this tiny hut lie dead on the floor. These are really tiny huts. In small letters on the wall, someone has scratched. Meh. I'm sure Leander could read it if he wanted to, but he didn't. The scene is too gruesome to describe. Oh, man. Brutal. Another hit team. More acid frogs. More stun grenades. I'm not going to waste too much time over micromanaging this, but I'll use like one more stun grenade. Not great, but we got a couple. Alright, well, if they want to use chafe grenades, that's fine. Bam! Dead, son! Yeah, he's going quick. He'll be fine. Alright, so now that we're switching to laser pistols, right? We'll be fine. That's a lot better than miss, 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 right? That one's stunned. Oh, actually, it was targeting the wrong one if he is stunned. We should always focus down the ones that are not stunned first. Also, looks like there's a little graphic glitch there. I don't know if that's on my end or if the game was always like that originally. Alright, let's get up here and kill this guy. Yeah, double backstab. I love it. I'm just so happy when it works. Like, backstabs are like the ultimate expression of the gold box games, basically. There's not much you can do better than backstabs, just for the combat layer of strategy. I mean, you can use your grenades to protect you, obviously, but if you wanted to really min-max, once the enemies were all stunned, you probably should change everyone to melee weapons and preserve your ammunition, but whatever. Alright, we win. Let's just divide it and get out of there. No big deal. Alright, what's in this building? Nothing. This is the largest hut in town. It appears relatively undamaged. You hear crying. Oh. Probably an ambush. You find a metal ladder leading into a basement. Okay, not a trap. And then the walls collapse and you die. A tiny lowlander stops crying when you find its hiding place and begins babbling in a language you don't recognize. Leander listens patiently, then translates. He wants to help us. Help him. He wants us to help him, of course, because he's a baby. Find his father. Liability. Zane. Oh, no, that's Pixel, I was going to say. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. 1d2 minus 2 damage. He heals the enemies. Well, Zane, welcome to the team. We've got a baby on board. I guess we have to find his father somewhere. Alright, now we did meet one that said to meet this dude by the northeast exit of the village. So that's what I'm looking for now. You see a group of lowlanders preparing to climb over the wall. They're carrying a wounded female. You ask if they'd like some baby. But key to medical supply closet. Oh, hey. Sure. Please bring the kit from the supply closet. Okay, so now we gotta go back all the way to the west side and remember 683. But even more importantly, we get some cool stuff. Okay. So, a pole arm. I haven't actually had anything like that before. Let me just check in our manual. What do pole arms do? They're about as good as a mono sword. Cool. Except that, unfortunately, like, the problem here is you don't have, like, a weapon specialization in it. So, we'll give that... Maybe I'll give that to Alec? It's Mercurian, right? That's like +2. It's pretty good. Let's see what that looks like. So, in the old days... like a few minutes ago, we were trying the mono sword out. 16 Thaco, 1d10 plus 1. 1d10 plus 4 and 13 Thaco. Well, that's a lot better. Unfortunately, like for Pixel, even though it's a better modifier on it than a Martian mono sword, he wouldn't get his +3 weapon spec. So that's kind of not great for Pixel. It would be really good for Oodaloop. Although he's already got something if I want to go melee anyway. I'll try it with Alec for a while. And if I really don't like it, I can trade it back to Oodaloop. But, I mean, he doesn't have a weapon spec anyway, so... The difference is he's got 20 strength, and he's a warrior with better Thaco. So, that's going for him. Now, what about this Venusian heavy body armor? Well, Fella has the worst HP and the lowest AC, so maybe we'll give it to him? He's got just boring old normal heavy body armor. This should be a significant upgrade. Oh yeah. So, well, it's 2 better. So Venusian is clearly -2. I guess that means Martians +1, Venusians +2, Mercurians +3 then, I guess? That's why, yeah, that's why the Mercurian polearm is +3. It's a 1d10 +3, and then he gets +1 from strength. And that's why his Thaco went down by 3 when we switched from a normal monosword to a Mercurian polearm. So that's cool. It's a +3 weapon. Best weapon we've got, really, honestly. And then a +2 body armor. That's not bad. But yeah, that brings Fella into a little bit more protected territory. Oodaloop might have been a good option, but I feel like it might be more important to give the low HP characters the AC first, because most of the enemies in the game are ranged, and it's not like the frontliners can really tank. The enemies just shoot at your weakest characters anyway, kind of thing, you know. Alright, cool. We got some actual gear for once. So now we got a key to the medical closet. It shouldn't take too long to get back there. Looks like we've explored most of the town already. No enemy encounters, my favorite. Good, I didn't have to remember the security code. I think it was 683 though. I would have got it. Medical supplies are for lowlanders. We do find some poison antidotes and some weapons. Oh yeah. A Venetian bolt gun. That's a +3 bolt gun. That might be worth it. I kind of forgot about bolt guns. I was talking about all like lasers versus rockets. I think bolt guns might do physical damage the same as needle guns mostly, so they might be worth it, especially at +3. And a Mercurian microwave. Unfortunately, a lot of things are immune to microwaves, oddly enough. But I'll definitely take them because I don't have a lot of like upgraded weapons. So Ace has a rocket pistol and nothing. Oh, he's got a rocket pistol and a laser pistol. I guess I went with that a lot. Well, because, like, Ace only has one sort of upgraded, like, the rocket pistol's not upgraded, the laser pistol is Martian, at least. Let's give one of them to Ace. I think the bolt gun might be the most useful. So, like, you can see he's got a 13 Thaco there with his +1. This should be, well, it's 1 better. You know, that's fine. Let me just double check though, like the bolt gun, like the stats on the weapon are maybe not as good. I forget. Yeah, 1d4 for attacks, so that's... Well, because it's actually +2 each shot, it's not as bad. The lower damage, higher shot weapons are definitely better when you've got +2 or +3 modifiers on them. So that actually probably makes the bolt gun pretty good, because instead of 1 to 4 per shot, it'll be it'll be 3 to 6, which is actually a lot more. So 3 to 6 for 4 shots is probably better than what was the other option? Like laser pistols 1d8 times 3. Well, to be fair, the rocket pistol 4 shots at 1 to 10 is still better, but at least 4 shots at 3 to 6, it almost averages out to be similar. Just like a less range, like it can't hit a 1 or a 10, but you get 5s more often kind of thing, 4s and 5s more often. But yeah, because of how good rocket pistols are, it's still probably the best bang for your buck, unless the enemy is immune to it. Unless you've got warriors with needle guns, essentially. And then the other weapon we have is a microwave gun, which does do really good damage. Again, it's just a lot of enemies are immune to it. So let's give that to somebody who could use another weapon. Yeah, we'll give one to Alec as well. Why not? So Mercurian was maybe actually quite a significant upgrade. So let's see. Oh, Alec, I just gave him the polearm. Yeah, let's give this to Kiara then instead. Seeing as Alec just got a weapon, we'll try to split up the new weapons. So, Kiara is getting 11 Thaco with a Martian pistol, laser pistol. If we felt like switching that up to a Mercurian microwave gun... Oh yeah, Thaco of 9. That's getting to be pretty good. Like, we're almost catching up with the warriors at that point. Yeah, we're only 1 behind these guys. Okay, that's cool. So now Kiara will actually be like, unless the enemies are robots, which there's a lot of robots, to be fair, she'll actually be doing like a substantial amount of damage. That's great. I like it. Great. I like role-playing wise, I really like having a variety of weapons, even though the min-maxer in me is like, Blue, just pick the one that does the most damage and give it to everybody. But that's kind of boring. So let's try to, you know, alternate which characters use which type of weapons. So that's cool. Alright, we got the medical supply kit. Let's get out of here. We'll do a little bit more exploring on the way out, but I think we're pretty much done this town. Unless there's like some ambushes or something on the way out. Let's loop around the back of this building just because you never know when you find a secret hut with nothing in it. The lowlander in this hut died, but he took 4 assassins with him. Probably just strapped a grenade to his back or something. Ah, another hit team. Alright. So Zane will probably die, but, you know. So let's see if this microwave gun can do some work. I hope the assassins are not immune to microwaves. They're immune to microwave guns. They're not immune to being backstabbed. I can't believe it. Every time I get a cool weapon, something like that happens. Alright, you guys can't be immune to bolt guns, right? Yeah, lots of good average amounts of damage. That's kind of what I figured that gun would do, which is fine. Alright, and maybe... Alec? What am I supposed to do with you, buddy? You can't hit anything. Alright, Zane, you got this. Aw. Well, you're about as good as Alec. Sorry, Alec. You're relegated to baby tier. One day you'll learn how to hit these enemies. So unfortunately, I don't know why, but assassins are immune to microwave guns. And that kind of kills my buzz there. That did nothing. Now seriously, Alec. I gave you 12 Thaco. That's pretty good. You should still get 2 attacks. You missed both of them. You missed 4 attacks in a row. Alright, let's do a little bit of math because I'm getting a little bit upset here. These guys have an armor class of 1. Okay? He had a Thaco of... Okay, I'll do the math once I can double check his Thaco. But remember AC 1. That's the main thing. The math won't be that hard, don't worry. Don't get too scared. Friggin' acid frogs are hitting more often than Alec lately. Alright, Zane, prove the baby is stronger than Alec. Ah, they're still tied. Alright, that's fine. We win, we win. I just want to keep moving right now. So, the math. Okay, a Thaco of 13 against an AC of 1. So Thaco is to hit armor class 0. 1 is higher than 0, which means it's a little bit easier. So you subtract the AC, so Thaco from 13 goes to 12, and that's on a 20-sided dice. So 12 out of 20, you have to roll 12 or higher on a 20-sided dice, essentially. That's 40% of the time. Right? Maybe. Yes. 10 is 50, and then it's 5% each. So you need 12 or higher out of 20. That's 40% of your rolls should be a hit. There's probably a bonus for backstabbing, honestly. Like, I say 12 out of 20, but you probably get like +2 or +4 on your to hit for doing a backstab or from behind. I don't know exactly. It could be just +1 for all I know. But let's say at minimum a 40% chance. And at least 4 attacks in a row Alec missed at 40%. Like, this is some XCOM levels of bad luck. And it's probably considerably worse than that because he probably had, I'm guessing, something like +4 to hit. That's the kind of backstab, back attack kind of range you'd normally expect in this kind of game. So that would be like, instead of 40%, he would have had like an 8 out of 20 he needed to roll, like if it was -4. And that's, instead of 40%, that's 60% for every hit. And he hit 0 out of 4 again. Whereas characters that have, like, so like, you saw Oodaloop, I think he hit like 6 out of 6 with his needle gun. Now, his Thaco's a lot better. So his base to hit rate against those assassins, they've got an AC of 1 again, so -1 essentially. 7 out of 20. That's pretty good, right? Like, that'll hit... math again, but like 65%, I think, 7 out of 20. So like only slightly better probably than what Alec was dealing with, and he's hitting almost every single shot. Some characters just have no luck, unless I'm missing some sort of, like, maybe, and I don't know, but maybe assassins have a hidden counter to polearms that is just not displayed anywhere. And that gives them bonus AC versus polearms. I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but you never know. There could be something like that. Anyway, I'll stop rambling, but hopefully you guys understand why I'm getting a bit frustrated here. You know, maybe you're not all as familiar with, like, the first edition Dungeons & Dragons combat rules, but, like, the game is pretty fair with its 20-sided dice rolling, normally, and missing all those shots is really peculiar. Or stabs, I guess. Anyway, the survivors take the supply kit gratefully and escape with it over the wall. The leader hangs back. I have little more to offer, but this will help. You get a map. Cool. I was hoping they'd take the baby, but not today. So let me just get this on screen. Journal 46. Oh, it's a map. Okay, so just to show you guys, that's not going to cut it. So let's look at the logbook. Journal 46. It's a really good map. So this is the Venus base map. I guess it's just showing us a couple walls we can travel through. Maybe once we get to the RAM base. So remember that layout. A couple wide rooms, go through there, and then just go to the end of the hall and go through. Simple enough. The base is hidden in a mountain far to the south, and a few steps east. Good luck. Alright, we got some experience. Pixel and Ace are ready for level up, but we're not going to worry about that until we're done on Venus, I think. We could go back to the ship and level up, but I'll wait till we're done, because we might get enough quest XP to get everyone to level up. And I think, actually, level 8, well, level 7 for these two. Oh, Zane, the baby could level up. Maybe we should go get him a level up. No, we're not going to do that. I'm pretty sure for this game, level 8 is, dang it, is the max. So, you know, we're getting awfully close is what I'm saying. Alright, that's pretty good. Yeah, like I said, OODA Loop, like, my desert runners, they, like, never miss. Almost never miss. I mean, to be fair, Fella did just miss 3 or 4 shots in a row as well. So, it's not just Alec sometimes. Alright, Alec, for real. For realsies. Yeah, 2 hits. I wonder if the chafe somehow protects you from polearms. It shouldn't. That would make no sense. Anyway, at least maybe Alec has finally brushed off his bad luck and now he's going to start doing a little bit of damage. The bolt gun doesn't seem that impressive, but, you know, it's fine. Hey! We got a hit in. I'm really glad we have a baby on in the middle of combat. It's great. Alright. Those guys are going down pretty quick. We'll just divide the money and get out of there. We're fine. Alright, let's get out of town, and we'll probably end the episode once we escape, because I think that's probably everything in here. It feels like I've been everywhere, looking at my mini-map. Yeah, I think that's everything. Alright, so that's it for... Oh, you hear marching to the south. Well, we'll check that out next episode. From what I've learned from my little clue book, there's basically 2 more areas left in Venus. There's a little sort of, I think it's an optional area that the marching is leading us to. And then the ram base itself, of course. Always got to blow those ram bases up. Anyway, I think we're making pretty good progress. I did save it, right? Yeah. And at least we got some new weapons, right? And we're learning a couple of the mechanics behind the scenes. We tested out some grenades and stuff. I'm glad to see there's some cool new stuff going on. And I promise I have to remember, when I get to the real ram base, equip the rocket launcher so we can have some fun. I'm saving it up because we don't have very much ammo, but I definitely want to show it off before we leave Venus. We're going to blow something gets blown up. Has to get blown up. Alright guys, thanks for watching everybody. I hope you're enjoying the series still, and I will see you next time for more Buck Rogers on Venus.